touching on, or sort of a coda, I guess, from the last episode that we did about Google versus Australia, and I think we did touch on Facebook recently in that episode as well, I should say. And yes, it looks like they're threatening to pull news from its Australian sites. Basically for similar reasons that Google was threatening to do it as well, and that basically they're being impacted in the same way, like they're effectively going to get taxed, I guess, for or charged for running news content out of Australia. And it's interesting that they're, where that goes and how their interpretation of it, but they seem to be going down the same path.
Well, look, I'm really torn on this because I think, while the sentiment is correct, I think the idea is kind of wrong. And I believe that traditional media had 10 years to sort this out. And now they want the government to come in late, or the government thinks that they can legislate late after something's already happened and change everything. So I think it's a complete mess. However, if Google and Facebook want a threat, do it. Well, don't even wait. Just take news off now. Let's see how well Google and Facebook go when they do that. I don't think it's actually going to be a bad thing, and probably no one's even going to notice.
Exactly. Well, I think we did touch on that last week. I think that there's no good players really in this whole in this whole discussion. But we'll wait and see what happens if and when they actually pass the law.
I think the interesting thing about this, if we strip it right back just to the platforms themselves, is what everyone forgets is you only see on Google and Facebook what Google and Facebook let you see. So if they take the news away, and they take some stories away anyway, they'll deny it, but they have already done that, then the reality is you don't see it, and then it's not news. And, of course, some would argue that those social channels distort the news through their sharing and the way that the news can be portrayed on those platforms. So I can't actually see it being a bad thing. If people really wanted news, not news just served to them for the purpose of whatever the serving comes with, i.e. advertising, then people will go and seek news. But, the reality is I'd love to see them do it.